Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. Today we got a 2023 Honda HR-V EXL in modern steel with the black interior. This one is all-wheel drive. So this is the complete redesign for the HR-V, and this is the highest level you can get on the HR-V. The first thing we're going to start off is the front fascia. So headlights are full LED, high beam, low beam, turn signals, daytime running lights. You got it all. No fog lights, and there's no fog lights on the HR-V at all. So instead you have this little bumper air pocket curtain thing. EXL will have front parking sensors. So that's what these little circles are. Therefore, the grille is gloss black. This lower portion here is gloss black as well. And you have the Honda stamped right there on the front. This is a complete different direction from previous Honda designs. This one has like more of a mount. And you come around to the side, you do get 17s on the EXL. You get some gloss black on the little bumper fender piece right there. And if you get an LX, you also get 17s. If you get a Sport, you get 18s. So the Sport has gloss black 18s. The EXL have the same exact wheels as the LX, but you have this gray finish on the inside. Instead of the whole thing being silver, or yeah, I think it's silver in the LX. It's a different design for the EXL, which is still pretty nice though. Familiar with the HR-V? This is based on the Civic. The previous HR-V was based on the Fit. The previous HR-V was based on the Honda Fit. But now that we no longer have the Honda Fit here in the United States, this current this current HR-V is based on the Civic. So that's why a lot of these design cues is very similar to the Civic. And because it's on the Civic's chassis, it is a little bit bigger. You have a Civic 2-liter in there too, so you have a little bit more horsepower than the previous HR-V. But there are a few things that you do lose too, coming off the Fit chassis versus the Civic chassis. Looking on the side here, the side mirrors is on the door and not in this corner here to help with visibility. You do have LED turn signals here. The belt line is full black, so there's no chrome at all. You do get a moonroof too. Let's take a look at the rear. This is my favorite part of the HR-V because this thing looks like almost like some type of Porsche luxury something. Like it don't look like it's in a $30,000, $20,000 to $30,000 price range. But on the rear taillights, also is a unique design, full LED. Honda's been having combination rear taillights for a minute, so you would have like a regular bulb turn signal and then an LED reverse light and a regular bulb this. This thing is full LED, turn signals, brakes, and reverse lights, everything. And also look at the unique design in there. Like I just love how the rear looks. And the gloss black, you have this little portion down here on it, but it connects all the way around to the front. Parking sensors back here in the rear, all-wheel drive badge in the back. So instead of it was a sticker, it's not a badge, but instead of it have it on the tailgate itself, that's from like the original CR-V, and the new CR-Vs actually do the same thing as well. Third brake light is up here. You have a little spoiler, a little window spoiler, shark fin antenna, and you do have a capless fuel filler. So technically you don't have a gas cap. Well, you don't have a gas cap, and to open this, you push in. If you lock the HR-V, then this door locks. If you unlock the HR-V, then this unlocks as well. On the EXL, you do have smart entry. So for example, you tap that to lock all the doors, and then you put your hand in there to unlock the doors. And that's on the driver and passenger side. And here's the key to the HR-V. So this is the new Honda key that we have pretty much with everything. CR-V, Pilot, Accord, everything. And you do get remote start on the HR-V. On the previous HR-V, remote start was an option. You can add it as an accessory, but now they made a standard on the current HR-V, which is no power tailgate though. This button is just to unlock the tailgate. But take a look at the door. This is the black interior, so everything's gonna be black. You do have auto up down for the front and passenger window. You hold it for the rear. Power locks, power windows. It is soft on the armrest, and up here is it could be softer. Nothing too crazy. You have your speaker there as well. I like the whole overall design. You have this little wavy effect too. Like the HR-V is very, I don't know, very artsy when you take a look at it. So you look at the seats here as well. They are leather seats. EXLs come standard leather. This has with the white stitching on it. And the driver's seat is power. So you have power for your back, front and back, up and down. And you can tilt this lower portion as well too. Passenger seating is manual, so you can adjust your back and you can pull the bar to move forward. That's pretty much it. Let's take a look at the interior. So it's completely redesigned. Welcome to your Honda. I'm actually go ahead and start this up. Push button start. On this left side, all you have is your traction control button. That's pretty much it. Down below, you have a button for the hood. And that's pretty much it. A leather wrapped steering wheel, which I like. Some gloss black in the middle. I'm not a big fan of gloss black because it gets dust. It shows dust so much and fingerprints and stuff like that. But there's not too much gloss black in here, so that's actually nice that Honda did it that way. Auto headlights, and you have auto high beams too. Parking light and on and off. And on the right side is gonna be your wiper switch, and you twist this one for the rear wiper. And on the left side here, you do have some control. So you have a scroll wheel because you have the half digital and half analog screen. Now, being that this is the highest level, it would have been nice that they had the full digital, like the Civic. But even the CRV Touring doesn't even get the full digital cluster there. So not too surprised. But this scroll wheel allow you to control this left side. So if you zoom in here, you got speed and time, you got range and fuel, warning, gauge, brightness, nothing. Safety features, oil life, we got the seatbelts on, all drive system. You can pretty much keep track of which wheel has more power, front or back. And if you're awake enough to drive, navigation, which is pretty cool, they add that in there. I think if you not put a destination, it's a compass. So that's a nice addition. Phone, audio, I'll leave it on range and fuel because that's probably what everyone mostly going to use. On a full tank, we got 490 miles. So that's actually really nice. You have the home button that I use for that screen. You have your voice control. Voice control? I forgot what this is called. I say this all the time in the cars. Anyways, you push it, you have the voice command. There we go. So if you tap it once, it's Honda's voice command, and if you hold it, it'll be Siri if your phone is paired in. If you have an Android, I don't know if that'll be Google Assistant, but I know for sure that'll be Siri once your phone is paired to the HRV. Volume, next track, previous. Some of your Honda Sensing here. Honda Sensing is standard on every trim level too. The only thing the LX won't have is a blind spot. So you can see you have a blind spot right there on the side mirror. But because Honda is having an issue with a chip shortage, with the feature, I guess, that uses the blind spot in cross traffic, you may get an HRV with blind spot in Sport or EXL, or you may get one without it. LX doesn't have it at all. So this is for your adaptive cruise control. You can adjust the car, not the car length, but the distance from the car in front of you. Oh, turn that on first, and then you can adjust it, and you have 4 different levels. You can see 4, 3, 2, 1 while using cruise control, which is pretty cool. And you have your lane keep assist feature here, and then your normal cruise control, resume, set, cancel, and this turns everything on and off, or you can turn off the lane keep system as well. Coming over here, so this is a nice upgrade for the HRV. You get the 9-inch touchscreen display, and this comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, just like the Touring Civic, which is really nice. And the EXL CRV and up, or EXL Pilot and up, also get the screen. So everything has the screen right now besides the Accord. Accord got the newer widescreen display, but in my Civic that I had a 22 Touring Civic. I love this display, super nice. For the HRV, this is a nice upgrade to have. It's bigger screen, you put in reverse, backup camera standard, it's wide. The resolution could be a little bit better, but it's still not that bad. You have a wide angle, you have normal, and then you have top down, which is pretty cool. And if you have a version with blind spot, then you're able to get cross traffic too. And since you have parking sensors, you can make it smaller and then have the radar or the sonar show you how close you are to something as well. So really love the screen. You have satellite radio in here, which is cool. Smartphone connection, so Apple CarPlay, Android Auto will be there. Phone, FM, Bluetooth, USB, simple stuff. You have a compass, smart. If you're familiar with this screen, then you know what's on this already, because this is in most of our Hondas right now, which is pretty nice. And you do have a volume knob. You do have a seek button too, so it's not all touchscreen. You still have some buttons. You have a home and back buttons as well. And you come down here, you have heated seats, heated driver and passenger. The Sport also give you heated seats, but they're cloth. This is heated seats with leather, high, medium, and low. You also get dual zone climate control, which I don't think, the previous HRV didn't even have dual zone. So now you got dual zone climate control. You can set exactly what temperature you want, which is cool. And then your modes, front, defrost, heated side mirrors, heated back glass, AC on and off, simple stuff like that. You also have a wireless phone charger that's standard on the EXL, and you have one USB-A port up here, and your cup holders right there. This car still has to get PDI. This is like fresh off the truck, so you still have plastics and stuff all over it as well. But for your transmission, you have a leather wrap shifter park, reverse, neutral, drive. You have a sport mode for the transmission, and you have a low mode for the transmission. And you also have drive modes too. So if you toggle this up or down, you have normal, econ, and snow mode, which is cool. You have a downhill cruise control. I think it's called like hill descent control, but the previous HRV didn't have that. So it's cool to have that. You have electronic parking brake, brake hold. This unique design for the center console I love. So you have USB-A's on both sides. So you have 3 USB-A's. You have one up there and then 2 right here. You have a little pass-through storage down here. The previous HRV did have that cool pass-through storage down here, but because, like I said, it's not a fit no more, so this is completely different. Now, I do like the grille design that, the Civic started having this, but the HRV's version is really nice, really clean, pretty unique. Doesn't look too crazy, and it doesn't look too similar to the Civic. You can tell it's similar to the Civic, but it does have its own thing. I did not even know you could close the vent if you go over to the left. Look at that. I just learned that today. That's funny. Because I know usually on the other models you have like a little scroll wheel on the outside, but, okay. So, center console. The previous HRV barely had a center console, so this is much bigger. Actually, yeah, it's way bigger than the previous HRV. That thing had nothing. But let's jump out and let's get into the second row. This is how wide the rear doors open. And you can see the rear doors kind of mimic the driver door with the look at that. Even though it's a smaller door, it has the wavy design still in there. Soft touch on the armrest. It's harder back here. Look at, you get tweeters, speakers. It's nice back here. Take the plastic off so you guys can see the seating. Very comfortable, very nice. And then you can see the front cockpit, how it looks from that view. Sitting back here, you do have storage, no air vents, and no USBs. So keep that in mind. It doesn't come with that standard. And this seat is folded down. This one has all-season floor mats, so that's why this box is back here. But there's not really much going on back here. Now, I do like this new design. So there's no button to turn on the lights. You tap it, and it comes on. You tap it again, it turns off. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. How could I forget the moonroof? You do have a moonroof up there. No panoramic roof. I mean, this market usually don't have a panoramic roof. Can't believe I forgot to show you guys this. But yeah. And it'll open all the way. It'll tilt. It's power. That's standard on the EXL. If you want a moonroof, you have to get EXL because the Sport and LX doesn't have it. Also, I even mentioned you have an auto dimming rear view mirror, but you don't have HomeLink, and HomeLink is not an option. So, I'm not sure why Honda did that route, but yeah. Full LED now. Previous HRV had just regular bulbs, and look at that. This is a regular bulb, but at least you got a vanity mirror with a light. Now let's take a look at the trunk space. And like I said, it's manual, no power, but you have struts that help you open it up. It's roomy back here. Let me actually take these mats out so I can show you guys. I took the all-season mats out so you guys can see the space. Because the HRV is on a Civic chassis, you don't have the magic seating anymore. So I don't know if you noticed that. The previous HRV had a feature where you lift the seats up and it'll fold up. It don't come up anymore because in order for that magic seating to work, they had to move the gas tank on the HRV up forward. Yeah, the fit in the HRV had a gas tank up front, but now that this is back on the Civic chassis, the gas tank is more to the rear, so you don't have that space to lift this up. But you still can pull the seats down. Of course, my driver's seat all the way up. Move that, there we go. So now I have both seats folded down. Plenty of cargo space. You have the front license plate bracket here, and then these are the original floor mats that you do get. And also, your HRV will not come with this cover. You have to add it as an accessory. It will just be regular carpet. And you do have some additional storage underneath here. And you can lift this up too for more storage under there. And you have a spare tire. I don't like that sound. But you got a spare tire down in there too. So it's like putting your nails on a chalkboard. And oh yeah, look at this. LED for your bed. Oh, look at this, 2 of them. Oh snap, okay. 2 LED and a power outlet back here too. So there's a lot of just things that the HRV has now that the previous HRV didn't have. and it just made this thing just way more premium. And so you can see what the LED daytime running lights look like. The modern steel color, that's a beautiful color. Also, the wipers got a new design, so when you spray the water on the windshield, it's on the wiper itself. So it sprays in front of the wiper and then wipe. We made it to the trim walk of the HRV. So, like I've been saying, there's 3 different levels. You have LX, Sport, and EXL. So we're gonna focus on the EXL. And the EXL is an upgrade from the LX because the Sport does have some features that the EXL doesn't even have. So technically it's not an upgrade from the EXL. So you have LX and then you branch into 2 different ways. You can go to Sport or you can go to more equipped EXL. So that's kind of how it works. First thing on the list are the leather trim seats, leather wrapped steering wheel. You have the 9-inch color touchscreen display. So that's a huge upgrade over the LX and the Sport. It's the bigger touchscreen display. And you do have not a premium, but you have a better sound system. It's an 8-speaker sound system. It's not Bose or anything like that. That's only for Civic and CRV and Pilot so far and Accord. But you do have satellite radio starting on the EXL, HD radio, wireless Apple CarPlay, which is a big deal, and wireless Android Auto because Sport and LX, you got to plug your phone in. Wireless phone charger standard on the EXL. And you have available blind spot because remember, you can get a model with or without blind spot. And same thing with cross traffic too. So be mindful of that. Low speed braking, dual zone climate control. You have a power 8-way driver's seats, heated front seats, ambient and LED lighting. Oh, I didn't even notice that. You have ambient lighting, one-touch power moonroof, which is only on the EXL. Parking sensors only on the EXL. Automatic dimming rear view mirror only on the EXL. Then get the 17s like I showed you guys. Heated body color folding side mirrors. Smart entry with walkway auto lock, remote engine start, power windows, rear privacy glass. Okay, so in my opinion, you probably want an EXL. Is leather seats is just like #1 because it's the only trim level with leather seats. Or if you want the bigger touchscreen display with the wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, wireless CarPlay Android Auto is just a game changer. So it's really, for me, I would want that, but some people don't really care. And I think the parking sensors, it's a plus. It's a plus. I don't think a lot of people care about it, but it's cool to have. The power seating might be a deal breaker for some people, and the dual zone climate control might be a deal breaker. I know the satellite radio is gonna be a deal breaker because a lot of people actually still listen to it, even though it's going away slowly. And I'll say, yeah, that's and the moonroof. You can't get a moonroof in LX or Sport. So if you really want one, you have to get an EXL. But let's jump into the pricing. We have the 3 models here. We're gonna jump into the EXL, and you can get an EXL in 2-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And let's see, gas mileage on 2-wheel drive is 26 city, 32 highway. And on the all-wheel drive, it's 25 city, 30 highway. So it's about a 2-gallon difference, 1 and 2 gallon difference. So for $1,500 more to add all-wheel drive, it might be worth it because gas mileage, you're not losing too much if you get all-wheel drive. So that's what we're on, and we did modern steel metallic. Well, I said meteorite. Now, if you get with black, silver, the Milano red, which is a nice color, and modern steel, it's pretty much base price. You don't pay extra for color, but if you get the Nordic Force Pearl, which is, I love this color in person, but I know they're really hard to get, or the white, which is a popular color, it's $455 more. So with the modern steel metallic and the black interior, and also you gotta add blind spot. So blind spot is $555 more than a vehicle without it. So if you get one without blind spot, you're saving $550. This one has it, so I'm gonna put that on there. MSRP base price is about $29,700. You don't get the you don't have to pay for premium pricing. And with destination handling, you're looking around $1,295 and $30,995 MSRP. And that includes a 2-year service plan that Honda gives you now. And that's assuming your dealership don't have markups. So you may pay more, you may pay this, but that's what MSRP is. Or if you get it under our MSRP, everywhere is different. Good luck though with that. But yeah, and then even with the colors, so if you get gray, Nordic Force Pearl, or white, you have the option to get white or gray. If you get red, 1 color option, which is black only. Let's see, the silver is gray only, and then a black is black only. So be mindful of that. And okay, so they have the HPD wheels you can add on there. That's cool. Oh, they're only in bronze though. It would have been cool if they came in black. I'm gonna end everything here. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Do you own one? Did you put a deposit on one? Are you thinking about getting one? Do you even like it? Do you dislike it? Let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.